Why do we bother going to foreign countries? For me, it's that sense of awe and kind of that break from mundane life and the realization that you probably have no life. But mostly the sense of awe. As bad as it may sound, I'm actually recommending for people to come visit the massive country that is America. And for an American who's never really lived very long in America, I'm gonna talk about America in this video. And with the high density of diversity in the country, the supply and demand needs to be on its A game in America, because that's what makes America America. And yes, I am saying America a lot. Alright, it's no surprise that America is gonna make you feel small when you get here, which is ironic. Overseas, I've noticed that you can almost always spot that one American because most likely they're gonna be driving a huge ass truck. And it's not really an issue in those other countries like Germany because there's really no wiggle room in some of those streets. Listen, so I was on my way to the movie theater the other day and navigating the ocean of cars again, I slipped back into my weekly rant on why are cars so ginormous in America. And suppressing my urge to yell and honk my horn, I drive on. And so the majority of cars in Germany are BMWs, which, let's face it, are a little bit below standard in America, maybe the standard at the very least. But with America, we can afford to own big cars, eat lots of food, and get big because America is big. It's a big country. Well, maybe I'm overthinking it. I'm sure there's plenty of countries out there that have six-wheeled vehicles that aren't being operated in a construction site. And so I'm on the road and I'm right in front of that exit, about to go on the highway, and that's when I see it. That sign that everyone sees, no matter where they go, no matter where they hide, they can't escape it. That sign. I don't think it would even be much of an issue for that fast food corporations, but lucky for us, we have all that land to fill up, all of those empty lots to be filled up with. Lucky us! So if you think cities in America are big, wait till you get out in the countryside. Actually, I love some of those Midwest states. My favorite, I think, has to be Wyoming, because it just reminds me so much of Germany. I mean, not to mention the buffalo, because I see buffalo in Germany all the time. Yeah, they're great. Finally, off the exit, we're on our way to the movie theater. I love going to the movie theater. It's the experience to be immersed in that film. It's awesome. That's good shit, you know? This is kind of low-hanging fruit, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I honestly think that the sizes of the drinks should be shrunk a little bit. Even though America is great for choices and for variety, that's one thing that really contributes to some issues in our country. Now, when was the last time that you looked at some green and red popcorn and said, that's delicious? Well, not me. At least not for popcorn. But that's the American way, isn't it? You gotta change it up. You gotta celebrate. You gotta bring in some more stuff. You gotta make it weird. Basically, to oversaturate something in a celebratory way. And I'm not against celebrating something. For sure, I love celebrating things. But there's a point when it becomes a little bit ridiculous and scary and might suggest indigestion of some kind. To tap into my more conservative side, in the German kinos, they had some literal refreshments like a Sprite in a glass container. That was nice. I love me some Sprite. You know what? Forget what I said. Drink as much soda as you want. I don't care. You know what? I'm gonna go get one right now. Alright, we're into the movie theater now. We bought our tickets. We've got our popcorn, our drink, whatever. And this may be the most controversial point, I know, but let me just say it. The trailers. I loved trailers. I love them to death. I've had my moments where I've watched them non-stop as trailer season, been churning them out all week long, but again, there's a point where it becomes a little ridiculous that you have to sit through 30 minutes of trailers to get to your movie. Maybe that would help for people who are late, but people who are early, you know, then they're sipping on their popcorn, eating on their drink, and then they fall asleep. But honestly, for me, that might be okay. I have no life. I wouldn't have any plans after a movie anyway. Probably go home and cry while I watch The Notebook. But for people that may have plans afterwards, you can see the problem. I love movies. Now that I have you guys thinking about food and thinking about movies, let's do a smooth transition into talking about something that I personally have found here. That I cannot stand at all, and that if it was classified as murder, I would be a serial killer. And that is, I can't even say it, cockroaches. And apparently, these cockroaches don't just live in the South, they also are in the North. It's like you can't escape from them. They're there when you go to sleep, they're there when you wake up. They're like Santa, but scary. Or maybe about the same. Honestly, I cannot remember a single time seeing a cockroach in Europe, Italy or Germany, or visiting any other country. Never. And maybe that's because they didn't cross my path when I was in Europe, which is fine. They do you, you do they. Everything is cool, just stay out of my way. But first time coming here, it was in my cereal bowl. That's it really. I don't really want to get into this one. He was standing over me while I was sleeping. If you're sick of your home and want to come over to the States next year, or maybe the year after, as soon as the quarantine is over, I hope this video was a little bit helpful. If you liked it, consider subscribing and click that bell thing down there below somewhere. I don't know where, just it looks like a bell, so you can check out more of my videos in the future. I need some more Sprite. You're still watching? It's over. Go back to reality. Don't forget to like the video.